All right.
Wait, where's your mic?
Hot mic. We got hot
Savvy
mics.
doesn't have a mic.
We got hot
Savvy doesn't
mics.
have a mic.
We need another mic.
I felt like that was about to be a whole little freestyle.
It was. I mean, look,
right?
I be in my bag a little bit. You know, I used to do it a little bit.
Thanks, boss.
Right. Thank you.
Thanks, Shug.
Hey, Queens.
Can you hear me?
Mic check. You heard my girl. All right. Hey, Queens.
Hey.
Welcome to the Queen's Table where we glow and we grow together.
Maintaining our crowns while supporting our sisters as well.
From one queen to another, adjust your crown and have a seat at our motherfucking table.
Yeah.
Have you on the motherfucking table?
The motherfucking table.
So I'm super duper excited for this episode because we got a triple OG, 3-time OG.
I feel
Queen
like we need
Savvy's
a
in the
drum roll.
building.
Wait, we need
Go
a drum
ahead.
roll for it.
Do it. Queen Savvy's in the building. Hey, girl.
Hi, girl.
Listen,
Queens.
I'm
Thanks for
so-
having me.
I'm so excited that you're
It
here.
feels so natural, though.
Listen,
It
I'm
does.
telling you.
It feels very comfortable.
First of
When the
all,
vibe is there, is there.
yeah.
Right.
Lord, they done knocked over the blessed sign. Who did that?
I don't know.
It was
who,
the drum roll. It was.
Oh, that's
it,
what-
it was.
okay.
It was
Oh,
the
you see
drum
that
roll.
crown ain't tipped
Look,
up.
Right.
Ow.
Exactly.
I gotta try my balancing skills. There we go.
So before we get into everything, how was everybody's week?
Let's start with our guest. How
Yeah,
was yours?
Savvy, how was
It
your week?
Great.
It was good.
It was over. I took my mom out yesterday.
Oh,
We did seafood.
where'd
so,
y'all
yeah.
go?
Juicy crab.
I love
crab.
juicy crab.
BYOB.
Yes,
So, you
facts.
know,
You know I pull up with the Taylor sometimes.
Listen, yes, it was.
I love Taylor Port.
I know.
It's because
a
you're
great Hennessy.
an odd bird.
I'm a
That's
ratchet.
it.
I'm a ratchet.
She said it's fancy Hennessy.
it is. It's great Hennessy. It's flavored.
That is definitely honey wine.
It's flavored.
Yeah.
Seasoned very well. How was your week?
Mine?
Yeah.
Mine was good. It was really busy. We had tons of U Street business this
Bruh.
week, and like it's been a good week.
I know it has been. We've been brainstorming like crazy,
Yes.
and we got some stuff cooking. My week was boring. It was besides U Street stuff, it was boring. It was like work. I feel like I'm on a fucking cycle.
Yeah.
Work. I don't change between scrubs and home clothes. That's it.
We got to eat some good tacos though.
I can't fit nothing else. Jesus.
Where'd you get your tacos?
Naughty made them
Naughty made tacos.
when we were over at Yaz and Billy's the one
I
night.
didn't know my
for
cousin
meeting.
made them tacos. If I'd known she made them tacos, I probably would have ate
Yeah,
them.
she was cooking.
I was waiting for that. Nah, but so I don't know if you don't know Savvy, it's because you've been under a rock. But she was a part of Raw Royalty with me, so we go way back. And it's like nostalgia right now for me. Our vibe was always different. We used to go off and get in trouble and shit.
Like what? Oh, I'm
Good
gonna
old
I'm
days.
gonna need to
Listen,
hear
we
some
had
stories. Hold
mad
on.
fun. We used to have fun, like just
It's 'cause
drunken
it popped Up in my
episodes.
snaps the other it popped up in my snaps the other week. We was actually sitting at the Turkey Hill. And we was definitely lit. I think we was getting gas. We was headed somewhere.
I know. My favorite thing I think was when we went to the Hop after an episode. I think Capo
Yes,
came.
That's the day I'm talking
Oh
about.
yeah, that shit was lit. That was lit.
Yeah.
That was the day that I got introduced to like a real ass nigga trait. Like we got out the car.
This is my soul sister.
Yes, we got out the car. I had my wallet with me. He was like, "Whoa, I'm gonna need y'all to put them back. Like, don't pull out your wallet."
I
from
love
y'all
that
with me." I was
energy.
like, "Oh,
Yep.
I love that
I'm
energy.
from York. I wasn't used to that."
York men aren't doing it like that.
I mean, not a lot of them.
Not a lot.
But yeah, we got some stuff to talk about this week, so let's get into it. I don't know if y'all been noticing, but Kanye is outside.
He's shot out outside is
So
what he is.
he did Drink Champs, I want to say this past week or the week before, and it's since been removed. But he went on there talking about George Floyd. He said that the officer's knee wasn't even on his neck like that. And he also said that George Floyd had fentanyl in his system, which is probably why he couldn't breathe. He also said that Mama is his girlfriend. It's not his actual mom. Like, he just went on a whole tangent about George Floyd. So now George Floyd's family is suing him for $250 million.
As they should.
Absolutely.
I don't understand why he brought it up anyway. That was my thing. Like, why are we talking about it now?
He's pandering. I think he's pandering. He wants to placate to this very white conservative Republican base that he seems to be favoring more these days. He wants
Girl,
to
he been
placate
on
to
that
them
since
and
Trump,
talk
since
their
he wore that
language.
fucking hat.
Yeah, he just found another way to speak their language. Let me act like this wasn't real and it was all just orchestrated to cause chaos and spur Black Lives Matter and all of this.
He's also in between that and his White Lives Matter t-shirts. He's also started talking about Jewish people, which is even more offensive to them too. Like, it's not just the black people now. We're not the only ones you're offending. Like, you're offending literally everybody every time you open your mouth. So literally. How do we, like, can he be stopped? Somebody gonna mute Kanye, like, take us out the group chat. we don't want no parts.
Yeah, that's what they say when you stop giving a clown attention, you know, they usually
Seriously.
go away.
And now they're fucking with his pockets too, so I feel like hopefully that will tone him down just a little bit.
But then you have so many people on the other side you see online. A lot of people are like, oh, you know, it's on purpose. Anybody that's canceling him, you're not really listening and you're not really hearing what he's saying. And I don't understand. I need somebody to explain it to me. If there's a deeper message or some sort of meaning behind this that I'm not getting, like, I need somebody to make it make sense.
I appreciate Kanye's, I think he's a creative genius. Genius as far as, like, book smarts and stuff. No, my cousin just said earlier on Say Less, shameless plug, that he doesn't even read books. And I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Kanye don't read.
Like, at all?
Nah.
So where's he getting his information from?
The internets. Kanye don't even know where he's getting his information from at this point. That's how I feel.
That's terrible because I believe his mother was an educator.
She was. She absolutely was. Which is why I can't believe he does not read. Yeah, she had a doctorate.
She was very highly educated.
She was a college professor, I believe. Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah, he's been doing too much.
Yeah, he stopped taking his medicine. He said that.
Yeah.
Which being someone that has mental health issues, I don't miss my medicine, damn it. I just can't. Like, you're not, when you're on those kind of medications, you're not supposed to. Like, missing a couple doses can spiral you out of control. Like, don't even do it.
But then, like, I wonder really what his mental health issue is. I mean, like, really deep down, you know, what that mental health issue is. Because, you know, you hear sometimes
we have a psych specialist here. What is his mental health issue? Ma'am, what is Kanye's mental health issue? Bipolar.
Girl, no, listen, hold on. Okay, I mean, that's we all bipolar. If you
a little
think
bit,
about it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The day, you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
I think it has to be a little deeper for him. But if you don't recognize it, then people don't address it. You know what I mean? Especially in the black community, people are not like. And you know me, I'm all here. I've been stressing therapy. Everyone needs to go. I'm not a pill popper. I'm not here for it. But if it's a chemical imbalance and you need it, absolutely.
Yeah,
because like you say, when you miss, once you're on it and you miss a couple of days,
Do y'all think if he would have never came out and said that he had mental health issues, that people would say stuff about his mental health? Or would they just blame it on him being ignorant?
I think if we didn't already know, if he wouldn't have come out and said he had mental health issues before he started acting erratically, I think people would be assuming he has mental health issues by his behavior.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, we know he has it, but he's not doing anything to change it. So what does, I mean, it's not an excuse anymore. It's like, okay, we can say he's mental health, but
that
not
doesn't
doing anything about
the
the people
shit
around
that you're
him.
saying.
You know, it's just.
He probably surrounded by yes men. You know, when you get to that and touch that much money, nobody around you, I don't think he got nobody around him that would tell him no.
Yeah, I think they was just on, like you said, the last podcast, the Say Less. He was just saying how he lost his mom, and ever since then, you know,
he has been.
That's what held him together.
That is true. I don't think he's been
like a triggering effect. Like, you know how when you hear people that have like schizophrenia or something, they're usually there's some sort of stressful event in their life that triggers it in their early 20s, like late teens, kind of that kind of thing. Maybe that was a triggering event for him that like spiraled him. And I get like some people, they just don't feel right on medication. That was his big thing. He was like, it stifled his creativity. So that's why he didn't take it, which I could understand.
Which is true, because some of your best ideas
the rest
come
of
when
your
you're
life.
manic.
Yeah, but if it's damaging the rest of your life,
right,
and it's damaging to society, the things that you're saying, it's hurtful.
And not even that, you got kids.
Like, have
kids
to deal
that
with
be on social media, because North be outside.
And what about when these kids get older, though? What about when these kids get older? Yeah, and then people are gonna be like, "Oh, that's your dad." You're setting your kids up to get bullied, almost. I feel like.
Yeah, I ain't gonna overanalyze Kanye. I want him to be quiet sometimes. I want him to think before he speaks. For real, like, I had to do that to myself because I used to have no filter. I still don't, depending on who I'm talking to. But you got to think about stuff before you say it, because you're going to say something, especially sitting on the sofa. I really be having to think about what I'm going to say.
Especially when it comes to messing up a bag.
Exactly, because ain't nobody got that to do. I need all my money.
There have been many times where I've driven home from this studio like, did I fucking say that?
Yes.
Like,
Yes,
did I really say that on
yes,
the
you
air?
did. And we're not deleting it. Yes.
Nope, and we're making a reel out of it. How about that?
So not only that, but this past couple of weeks, I've been seeing a lot of celebrity marriages fall apart. Why do y'all think that divorce is so prevalent right now? Like, the latest one I think I saw was Corey and I want to say Tia. I want to make sure it's the right twin. Tia, right?
Is it Tia or Tamara? I don't know.
I believe it's Tia.
I think
it's
Tia,
Tia?
right?
Yeah,
Tia and Corey.
That's what
I always
my
get.
boobs. Yeah, this one's Tia and this one's Tamara.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So
Now,
she's.
which one's the fat twin? Because there's always a skinny and a fat
Oh,
twin.
this one. Yeah.
The
The left one. It's always the left one.
Yeah.
So she, like, they're getting divorced now, and I saw, like, this past week they did show love to each other. Well, he showed her love. On one of his posts, he was like, I love my wife, I love my family. So I'm still rooting for them because I really love their marriage. I think they were together for like 14 years married. They have 2 kids. Why is divorce happening so, like, why is it so prevalent? What do y'all think?
I honestly think it's a very simple thing. Like, we live in a society now where if something's broke, you replace it. You know, our parents come from a generation where if your oven broke, you fixed it. And I think that's like the shift in mentality where people like we were watching earlier in that one reel, as soon as, I see one red flag, I'm out the door. I understand people have red flags, but we all have our own red flags. You know, we all have our own things that people are going to be like, I don't know, but you have to figure out like what you can live
kept
with.
going because I thought it was a circus and I like that shit. Basically. Savvy, you said it earlier.
It's my favorite color.
See what I'm saying? I thought we was clutching this. I
Look, it's like what is it? The matador is like the bull. You see that red flag, like, I'm going right for it. Like it can be attractive.
I ignored those signs because I can't read. It's like,
no, because some of those red flags are attractive.
And
they can be.
They can be. I feel like everybody has bullshit with them. You just got to find somebody whose bullshit is not too much.
Right.
Because I know I'm a lot.
You can live with.
Yeah, I'm a lot, but I'm a good person underneath all of that. A lot. That lot of stuff. We had to dig a little bit, but it's good under there.
You don't have to dig far. Stop it.
I know. I know.
Stop
Basically, I'm great. It's like, no, I'm just kidding. But I think that divorce is so prevalent right now because, like you said, nobody wants to fix anything. And also, I feel like being the side has become okay. Like, being a side chick,
when a mistress knew to shut the fuck
you
up.
know, no, or when they didn't even, like, when they were just mistresses.
No, back in the day, don't you remember? Like, back in the day, you would be somebody's mistress. You would see that man's wife in public and wouldn't deign to even look her in the eye. You knew your place. And that's out the window. And I think social media has a lot. And I'm never saying that having a mistress is okay. I'm not condoning that at all.
Yeah.
But there was a time before, way back when, where it was like, if it was going on, you knew to have the respect and not interfere in that marriage. Yeah.
It's a lack of morals. That's how I feel. Because I know me personally, I've never been a side, like, on purpose. But I was inadvertently. No, because I was inadvertently a side chick. Like, I ended up being a side chick, and I had no clue about it until I was already
I don't think
a
that
side
counts
chick.
as
Like,
a side chick. I don't think that if you
a side
think
chick
you're
is someone
dating
that willingly knows that. You know what I mean?
Okay, well then I wasn't a side chick.
You thought
but
you were dating a single man.
I
And
did.
you were a single woman.
I definitely did.
That's not a side
and he
chick.
was acting real single. So
Yeah.
No, the side chicks are bold.
yeah.
I haven't met one. I've been waiting. He thinks that it's so negative. He's like, babe, stop thinking like that, like that ass. But you know,
I know he said dead ass too. Probably in his Tim's dead ass. He's a city cat.
South side is the best side. Yeah, you know, you pick up his lingo and stuff. But yeah, you saying Tim's, bitch, you got the Tim's.
I love some Tim's.
She be knowing.
Yeah.
Look, I know you had pink Tim's, didn't you?
I did.
I
still have pink ones.
Had pink Timbs.
They're really pretty though. They're like a pale pink with like a white top,
you
like
still have them?
yeah. Well, no, I got a new pair a couple years ago. Like I don't care. I love
Throw
Tims.
them away.
Yeah.
I got every color.
Throw them away.
I got no. They're pretty. You'll see.
Okay,
I'll
I'll
show you.
refurbish them and hook them up for you. You know, my
Yeah,
boyfriend
let's
goes, "That's
bedazzle
She does
them. Can
that.
we like do? He
She
does
can
that?
do that.
Oh yeah.
I'll
Shameless
fuck
plug
with
to
her.
him. We're gonna
You
have
see
to
what
do
I'm saying?
that. Shameless plug to him.
So I feel like divorce is so prevalent too because side chicks are okay with being sides. Side boyfriends are okay with being boyfriend number twos. And also, it's become cool to be cold-hearted almost. Like this generation coming up, I will say, because it's not mine, because I don't condone that kind of shit. But they think it's cool to be cold-hearted. It's cool to have no feelings. No, I feel over here. And if you don't feel, stay away from me.
Right. That's why we don't have R&B music anymore. Like we used
They don't
to.
be grabbing the air like they used to.
I miss 90s R&B. Man.
Singing in the rain.
In the rain. It's
You know what I
raining
mean?
outside right now.
They don't do that. Tell me. They don't do that no more.
Hi, baby. Hello,
My
Freddie.
favorite. We will see
That's my
him
fave.
next
week. I can't wait.
We might go out to eat before. What you doing next Sunday?
We can go. We're gonna go eat some tacos.
Look, she no fuck with me. I'll be having my girl
I'm a
outside.
surprise, so I don't know who's gonna be watching, but just send me the date. We might can see what we could do.
Okay.
Send me the time and info. You know.
Okay.
I'll make it happen for my
Look,
people.
listen. I don't know how I'm
tacos.
gonna handle Freddie and say I'm not coming to the show. I'm just not.
She's gonna have to call off work that night.
Basically, I need my PTO and I need it now.
Uh-huh.
So, how can you make your relationship work in an era when there are so many outside distractions trying to divide and conquer your relationships?
Oh, I mean,
It's hard.
Yeah, I think you just have to tune it out, and I think you have to have very clear boundaries with your partner. You know, like whether it's with social media or how they interact with their coworkers. I think if you set from day one, like I'm very big on communication. I'm going to sit down with you. We're going to be in a quiet space. I'm not doing it in the car. I'm not doing it while you're playing your video game. We're going to sit down calmly, quietly, and I'm going to tell you exactly what I need and exactly what I expect. If you choose to disrespect that moving forward, then I know where I stand with you. But I always like to make a point to have like a very clear conversation about what I expect.
This is what I'm gonna take. This is
what I'm not. This is a deal breaker.
You have to communicate, and not only communicate,
no,
you have to comprehend.
Like, I mean, like telling people like this is what we're not going to do.
But
like,
for some people, exactly, exactly.
See, maybe
put it
that's
out
my
there on
problem.
the table so that there ain't nothing later on down the line.
One thing I learned a long time ago was, I mean, we're not all raised the same way. So what I might think is a norm in a relationship, somebody else might not, and maybe nobody ever told that person, hey, I don't like that, or hey, that's not okay behavior. Maybe nobody ever addressed it. So like the first time, if there's something that happens, I'll always sit down and be like, okay, look, I'm not cool with that. I don't like that. If you choose to continue that behavior, then I know where I stand with you, and we can just be done.
Not only stating that you don't like it, but also telling them how it makes you feel. Because now I done told you how it made me feel. And if you continue to do that, you just told me you don't give a fuck how I feel.
Yeah, so you're
you know
not
what I mean? Say less.
But they might have not known it. They might sit there and absorb it and be like, oh, wow, I didn't even realize that behavior was a problem because nobody ever told me. You know?
Which is true. I agree.
And you're going to have to keep communicating and communicating. But, you know.
Do y'all think it's hard to maintain trust in relationships because of where we are right now in the world? Like as far as social media goes, and do you think communication comes into play when it comes to that?
I mean, I think for sure, because it's that instant gratification. Like, I think a lot of people, if they get frustrated in a relationship, they go to social media immediately looking for attention or validation or to feel pretty or, you know, any of those kinds of things. And it just distracts them from trying to fix the relationship or fix the problem.
Once you do the complete opposite, you should probably go do some yoga, read a book. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Talk to your partner. How about that?
Talk to yourself. So don't go looking for other people to make you feel better. Have a conversation with you and figure out how you're feeling and what you think and what's right for you.
And that's the thing about it. Sitting with yourself can be so uncomfortable. It can be uncomfortable because you start realizing things about yourself and you have to keep it real with yourself. Like, damn, like maybe it's not.
But that's how growth happens.
It is. It
you
is.
know?
And growth is uncomfortable if we want to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, that shit, it hurts. When I had to sit down and I started doing like my self-work and I was like looking at myself like the things I want to change, the negative things about myself anyway that I wanted to change. Like, damn, but sometimes the negative things that you think are negative for you, they're not negative to other people. So I don't know. We'll see. It's a work in progress.
Have you guys had like a midlife crisis yet? Have you guys hit that point? I had mine at 30. I swear to God, I did.
What happened with your midlife crisis? Like, what you do? I don't know.
But
if
it was
I did
that
or
moment. It was that moment of, and it wasn't like wild. Like I went out and bought like a sports car and like dumb shit like that. Like it wasn't anything like that. But it was like
she
that
ain't
moment.
That way.
Yeah, no. But it's that moment of just like, what am I doing with the rest of my life? Where am I going? What do I want for my future? Like that moment where you just kind of self-analyze and you find that path. You find that you pick yourself apart.
I feel like I'm still
figure
doing
out where you're accountable.
So maybe it's
maybe you're going
crisis.
through it right now.
It's extended because I've been doing that forever. Like I want to change my career path a little bit. Like I have business journeys I want to start, and it's just a little bit. I feel like I'm having an extended crisis.
Yeah.
It's extended.
Yeah.
Make it stop.
Like it's not like the it's not like the middle-aged crisis man, like the little old man that just runs out and starts having affairs and stuff, but it's that moment of like, where do I want my life to go?
Transparent moment. You know, when I really start having those moments, when I sit back, I'm like, damn, I don't got no kids yet. Everybody around me got kids. Their kids is going to homecoming and shit like that. I'm like, damn, I ain't got no kids yet. I'm gonna be the old ass mom on the soccer field.
But what did I tell you? If you're, because my parents had me older, I was a oops late in life. So if you think about it, my dad was 41 when they had me.
Oh, that's young.
I mean, I still, especially by today's standard,
50, healthy.
Especially by today's standard, like that's definitely, I don't think that's.
I feel like I'll be more established, but that's.
Say you have a kid in a couple years. Say you're 35 when you have a baby, right? Okay. When you're 65. That kid's gonna be 30,
which is true.
It's not that. It's really not that drastic.
I guess you're right, but that's what kind of sends me into my spiral. Like, damn, like let me sit down and
head on the soccer field.
But I also sit down and think about it. Like, damn, if I'd have had kids a couple years ago, I might have been in a fucked up situation. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So I guess I'm doing all right for myself. Let's switch gears.
We're taking volunteers, by the way. I mean, I'd like children too. We're taking applications
for what?
Baby daddies.
Oh, baby daddies. Freddie.
I want kids too.
Freddie, mine.
Freddie. We would make some beautiful babies with Freddie.
Mine.
Wait, can't we share? We'd have siblings.
You're right.
That would be fun.
Speaking of sharing, let's talk about this because this past week was like, I learned so much.
That was a great
segue. You see me?
So right on up.
I learned what an Eskimo brother was. What's an Eskimo brother?
It is when you and a friend of yours have both slept with the same person.
That's the whole Lancaster nigga.
So y'all ever been an Eskimo sister?
Don't even put me in this conversation. I feel awkward as fuck. Excuse my language. Being in a situation like that, like what is that? I'm like Eskimo sisters. I was like, what the hell is that?
Yeah,
absolutely not. We don't.
I'm an accidental Eskimo sister.
Really?
Yeah.
How about accident?
So there was this girl, we were friends years ago. And there was this guy that she was like head over heels for. I never met him, never knew him. Like she never even told me his name. Mm-hmm. And we found out at one point that his new girlfriend, because this was her ex, his new girlfriend was pregnant. And she went wild, like went crazy over this. And then I ended up getting a phone call like, she's at his grandparents' house. You have to go pick her up. Like, we got to get her out of here. Like, she was going crazy over this. Like, that was supposed to be my baby. Like, that kind of whole energy.
Oh.
So then, like, I went and I had never met the guy. Years later, she, like, lives in Atlanta now. Like, she's nowhere around here. Years later, probably, like, 7-8 years later, I started...
fornicating.
Yes.
You was fucking.
There's a no fornicating rule, a no fraternizing rule in U Street because of me.
Basically the rule is in place because of her.
It is. So, like, that started... And the one day he called me and was like, hey, can you pick me up at my grandmother's house? And I was like, yeah, no problem. And I pulled into the parking lot and I was like, I've been here before. Why does this look so familiar? And then he started telling me, like, and then we figured it out. And I was like, oh my God, you used to fuck. So I had no idea though, but yeah.
Did you stop?
Fuck no. It was good. It was really good.
You still friends with the girl?
No, I mean, I hadn't talked to her in years. But I still was like,
if you had known,
no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. No.
Yeah, I can't,
because she was like really in love with him. Like, no.
Yeah, I don't. No. Well, she know now.
Sorry, Bill.
It
was great.
You can have him back now.
You can. I'm done. Right. I'm done with him now.
I don't think I've ever had an Eskimo sister that I've known about. You know what? I'm lying.
Oh.
I don't want to say that. I can't say that. I'm not gonna go into detail, but
I feel like I need details.
I'll tell y'all after this. Yeah, I've been an Eskimo sister, and the sister who did it, like, I was first. The one who dipped and dabbled behind me doesn't even know that I know.
Oh.
But I know.
How do you feel about it? Did she know that you had slept with him?
See, that's why I be saying bitches don't be bragging on they niggas.
You know what I mean? And that's the thing about it.
Be sitting right there waiting for him, and all
that's the thing about it.
Craziness.
I hadn't even done that. Like, it was more so like, yeah, that's my friend, whatever. Like, we was cool. He took me out to eat a couple times, and.
Did she meet him through you?
Yes.
Oh, that makes it worse.
Yes.
Yeah,
no.
That makes it worse.
Met through me, but then had other mutual friends. But you met through me.
But you met.
Yeah.
Through Yeah. No.
Which, I mean, I wasn't mad at it because it wasn't nobody that I wanted to keep, but I still felt a way about it just because, like, there's a million people in this world.
Because then
Right.
her loyalty is questionable.
Right.
It
Like,
is.
forget to take the dude out of the equation.
Anything she do
like,
is gonna be questionable.
Exactly.
Her character
It
at that
is.
point is questionable, and I don't want nobody around me like that.
Oh.
Bitch, I don't relive at all. I don't know what she just.
You know, I had a similar situation to that. I was with this guy for like 8 months.
I might have caught it late.
Yeah, it just sunk in. It just sunk in. I had this friend. We had been friends since we were 6 years old, and at this point, I was like 29. Like, we had literally grown up together our whole lives. I was seeing this dude, and she was going through a phase like post divorce.
A whole phase.
Wild ass hoe phase. Like, raunchy,
lit.
rat shit. No, because all she kept doing was sleeping with, like, she would sleep with one of our friends' boyfriends or this one's husband. Like, she wasn't. Yeah. So her and I started
That's
beefing.
Dangerous.
Well, her and I started beefing because I'm sorry, but if we're friends, like, I'm gonna tell you if you're doing wrong.
You're doing too much.
So we were beefing about it, and I was like, "Yo, you need to, like, sit your ass down." But she was still my friend, so I was still trying to, love her. I mean, I've known her forever. Then I found out she was fucking my man.
Sitting there thinking, so she started fucking your man.
Yeah, she did. And I remember and I haven't spoke to her since, and she was like my sister. I haven't spoke to her since. And I remember one of my good friends telling me afterwards, they were like, you always want, and I had to learn this lesson. He said, you always want so badly to believe that somebody is who you think they are that you don't want to see when they're showing you who they are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I had to learn that lesson so hard with her.
Did she have remorse when she did it to your friends?
I don't even know that. No, to the other friends.
The other
oh no, not at all.
So you
and like these guys were buying her gifts, iPads, whatever. She was.
Oh,
she couldn't have given shit. She couldn't have given a
Apple
shit.
Pussy. He didn't even get her an Android tablet.
No,
he got her an iPad.
Like iPads and stuff, like jewelry and all that. Like, and she would flaunt it like it was something to be proud of. And I was like, you've got nothing to be proud of right now.
I'd have smacked her with that iPad, okay?
Girl, never talk to her again.
That's just me. So I've never done it on purpose. I've never, like, I would never.
I don't think you did it at all. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's completely different.
Excuse me. I can't see me fucking behind my friend. And if I would have done it, I would feel like ill. Like, you know what I mean? Because at that point, you made this man feel like y'all are trophies.
Do you think it's different for men, though?
Yeah.
I feel like it's way different for men.
Yeah.
So we could flip it and say, like, homie hopping.
Yeah. I knew a group of guys where, like, if one dude would sleep with a girl, he would run back and be like, oh, yeah, she, shit was good. And she was easy. Like, I bagged her after, like, 2 drinks. And then they would literally
I'm gonna buy her 3.
go, yeah, like, they would literally. And then by the end of, like, the school year, the whole squad had smashed this girl because they knew they could. But I don't know if it was, like, a game to them or if it was just like, oh, it's opportunities there. Okay, cool.
I feel like men look at it differently than we do. I'm sure they do.
Some men, immature, young, because a real man do not want no female that his homies done had. You know what I'm saying? Like, a man want to be able to take his shorty around his niggas and can't nobody be talking about her. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah. Yes,
can't nobody say they had her. That's I feel like what men like. Yeah, can't nobody say. And I'm like that a little bit because I don't like men. Period. Like, in the sense that, if you come at me and we're talking sex, the first, like, conversation I met you, that's a red flag for me. Yeah. I don't want to talk to you about sex. I'm probably not going to have sex with you. And if we do, I'm probably going to act like it didn't happen anyway. I'm just saying, because, like, you're not going to walk around bragging on me. Like,
yeah.
We're just
I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Facts. Ooh.
I'm going to need you to name where my birthmarks are.
Facts. and it was dark in there, so you don't even know. It's like, no, I gotta do better. So we saw this Jada. How do you pronounce her last name? Chievas.
Jada Shives.
Shives. Is it Shives?
She's
Jada C.
She's
Jada Waiter.
Little baby's baby mama.
Jada Waiter.
Yeah.
Jada
That's
Waiter,
what they call her. So you want to tell them about
the
this
big
clip?
one.
So she was doing like a little lunch interview situation, and she started talking about how she doesn't want a man with ambition. She wants a man that's already established. She said, I'm a woman. I'm not helping you build shit. Like, you should already have it before I come into the situation.
Mm-hmm.
I feel some type of way about that. What do you guys think?
You know how I felt. Listen, like I said, Miss Jada Waiter is in a different tax bracket, so she could be picky like that.
Mm-hmm.
In reality, you know what I'm saying? As long as he got a good head on his shoulder, there's nothing wrong with ambition. Like I said, you got a lot of niggas that's not ambitious at all. You know?
Yeah.
I that's my favorite word, ambition.
You
So
gonna love me for my ambition.
yeah.
Shout out to Wale.
He ain't gotta be, and then y'all build together. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? If a man see you and he gonna invest in you, he see value in you. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Mm-hmm. But at the same time, like, I feel like, especially somebody in her position, with the role that she plays and like what she does for a living, that is short term. Like, you're in your 15 minutes. And it's going to run out eventually. Like,
I get
what
it,
you gonna
like,
do
in
then?
a little bit. Like, I want somebody who's established, but when I say established, I mean like you're financially secure. You have your own housing. You have your own vehicle. Mm-hmm. Like, I like that part of being established, but I still want my established ass man to be ambitious. Like,
that's what I was just thinking.
Real,
the
like
same
that's
thing.
what I. But I think
like that's basic
that's
adulting.
It is, but that, like, when she says established, that's what I look at. Like, established. Like, you have everything on your own. Like, okay, like you said, basic adult shit. Like, be that kind of established, but I still want you ambitious too.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if she meant like a 9-to-5 versus an entrepreneur. Like, I don't know what the fuck, where she was going with that.
Both.
Right, you know what I mean? Like, as long as you get into a bag and it's the legal way, we good.
Yeah.
And if it's the illegal way, just know I'm not holding you down.
I'm not going back, okay?
Forgot you done been in the
A real man is not gonna put you in a position to even. Yeah, me.
Which is true.
That's
if it was the other way and a man had said that though.
Yeah, if a man sat there and was like, I don't want a woman with ambition, she has to already be established because I'm a real man and I'm not giving her shit, we'd be looking at him like, the fuck?
Right.
Like,
right. What you say?
Yeah, so I think there's a bit of a double standard there, but there's nothing wrong with a person not being to their goal yet. You know, like, I agree with nobody wants a bum. Like, I want you to be financially okay. You don't have to be a millionaire, but like, don't be crazy in debt and, you know, be at a certain level of adulting.
When you showed me that clip, the thing that stuck out to me and I thought you were going to say was, she basically was like, I have a son. Like, she basically made it seem like her son was filling the void of having a man.
She did.
Like, and to me, that's a little bit of a weird flex. Like, your son is supposed to be your king. You're raising a king. But don't let your man fill the void and be looking at your son to be the man that you should have next to you or would have next to you.
Yeah. I took that as a different interpretation. I thought
you?
she was saying it as in regards to, I have a son that looks up to me.
Okay.
So I can't just have anybody around
That's
that. You know what I'm
true.
saying? Because I have a son too. You know what I'm saying? And
well, Lord, listen, don't play with her sunshine, okay?
He look up to who's around me. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so for him to see his mom being loved, his mom's happy. Like the other day, I had took him to a therapy thing, and he was, you know, mentioning how happy he is. So kids see that stuff. So I'm thinking that's what she's talking about. She want a man that's, like she said, established. I don't want nobody got to put together. I already raising one son. I'm not trying to raise another.
See, now if that's what she meant, I definitely feel that. But I've seen that. Though,
I don't want to raise you. Yeah, I don't have the patience for that.
Listen,
that was what your 20s is for.
Exactly.
That's what your 20s is for.
That definitely is. I feel like we've all been in that kind of relationship where you're having to teach him. You can't raise a man.
Like basic emotional maturity.
Yes.
Like we're adults. You should know these
things by now. Stand on this side of the street. Open this door, please. Pump this get.
See, I took it a little bit differently. I took it because what she said was, my son worships the ground I walk on.
Right.
I feel like God put him here because that's all I need. I don't need but that child is going to grow up eventually, and he's going to have a life of his own, and you are going to be left in a very lonely position because you didn't open yourself up. You can't put that on your child. It's not your son's responsibility to make sure that you're not lonely. You should not put that responsibility on him. Like, he can worship the ground you walk on, and you can worship the ground he walks on, but he is not responsible for your joy. You know, I just don't think that's something you should put on a child.
Kids are inadvertently your joy.
Yeah,
exactly. They naturally are. Yeah, they naturally are.
God gives us kids to give them back to the world, to be productive.
To be
they're
good
not ours
people.
forever. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some people lose their kids really early on in life. They're not ours forever.
Yeah.
So when we do get them, we supposed to do right by them, but you want to set them up to be successful, productive. You know what I mean? So somebody that they could be, you know,
ain't trying to raise no grown ass asshole.
And I know women, I know some women out here where like their kids, they keep them so far up under themselves to replace that relationship that they're lacking. And it reeked of that to me. Like, you can't replace this love that you say, oh, I don't really need it, I'm fine, very cold-hearted. You can't say that, oh, I don't need any of that, but I'm gonna find it here in my child.
I mean, if I was in that situation, I would, when I felt lonely, I would definitely go do something with my child. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can fill that void in a sense. In the whole
world. Like, absolutely, they should be.
They fill that void in a sense. So I guess I get it. I guess Jada with it, whatever. Like you said though, Savvy, I'm not in your tax bracket, sis, so maybe I'm not supposed to relate.
Maybe I'm not supposed to understand. We'll be there soon, though.
Right, facts. When I get there, I'm gonna reevaluate.
Definitely an inspiration.
But you know,
facts.
Like,
this gets her money.
Only like 25.
Yes, and get to a bag on her own. Away from her baby daddy,
but she was put into the position. Her dad.
True, her dad did that. Yep.
You gotta, and then she got smart and she paid attention and she educated herself. And listen, this new generation, they got it. I wish I was 10 years younger.
That's why it's important too. Your parenting kind of shows you like you gotta put your kids in a position to win.
I think too. There's so many more opportunities now for the younger generation to succeed without massive college debts all of these things. You know, they've got a lot of different opportunities that we didn't have at 21, 22. You know, we couldn't just wake up and start a social media page and make money.
How do y'all feel about the old way of like when my kid turns 18, they gotta go?
My kids ain't going nowhere. You know, my
son
is type 1 diabetic, so he's with me forever. Like, nope.
So he'd be like, Mom.
My daughter too. My kids are mine. So you know what I mean. Whenever you're comfortable and you feel
basically you're held hostage.
What's up? Yeah, they're mine.
Naughty over here.
You're responsible. You keep
Look, her daughter like, come on.
You're respectful. You could come and go. We got a big house. You know, listen, we good. We good. Mine's keep them closed.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
What?
At 18, you're not mature enough.
You're really not. But I do know when I turned 18, I was like,
I was out at 17. I was working at Southeast as a medical 21. Assistant. Had my own apartment. Like, I was well ahead of my age.
Yeah.
They don't have to do that. You know what I mean? Like, and that's the way my mother set me up too. You know what I mean? I was highly educated, work. Like,
exactly. She made sure you had that good head on your shoulder, so you were ready for the world, and that's what I think is important. You can't put your kids out at 18 because a lot of 18-year-olds don't have it figured out. Like, they don't know about getting their credit right. Like,
and
that's your time and that's your time to explore. That's your time to figure it out. And you can't come out of high school at 18 years old and be like, I know I want this to be my major, or I want this to be my career,
what we're not going to do
is
that I don't know. It's okay to not know, but we're going to work on that when you're
think about something.
Exactly. You're going to have a plan.
Yeah, you're going to figure something out.
Whatever your passion is or your hobby, figure out how to make money out of that. You understand what I'm saying? I tell my kids all the time, you don't have to go to college. Everybody's not set up for that. Because now you're putting pressure on your child to go to college. I do the coroner's report. You know how many people are killing themselves? Yeah. And it's depression. We're not doing that with my kids. No, listen, if you like drawing and anime, make money off it. Do a t-shirt line, something.
Exactly.
Let
me get you this brand new software.
So many different opportunities now. You don't have to necessarily go to art school. You can learn it on your own. You can teachers. I mean, how many kids out here are teaching themselves everything under the sun using YouTube?
Bruh.
You know, like those resources weren't available.
Girl, who you telling?
I do too.
Exactly.
I do it all myself.
I'll glue my eyelids shut. I'll glue my eyes shut. I can't.
Well, when I'm ready to come,
I'm not that cool.
I'm gonna call you.
Yeah,
right?
I'm gonna call you. Yeah. So can we?
But I don't do here.
Don't ask her. Just
I be rating and everything. Y'all gotta see me YouTube.
Listen,
YouTube,
all of it. So can we talk about sex real quick?
always.
Let's talk about
sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me.
Okay, so I want to know, can you embrace your sexuality?
Yes.
Without overly sexualizing yourself? Like, how do you?
Yes.
It's a fine line, right?
Absolutely.
I don't think it's a fine line at all.
Why not?
I think it's a wide line. I think it's across the street from each other.
Why?
My grandmother,
Houseway.
My grandmother used to always tell me, she'd be like, you could be the sexiest person in the room in a turtleneck.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's about how you carry yourself. Mm-hmm. It's not about the amount of skin that you show. Mm-hmm. And that's where it switches from being comfortable in your sexuality to being sexualized.
Right.
I don't need you to see my butt cheeks for me to feel validated in my sexuality.
I like my butt to show sometimes.
I like it every once in a while.
You see what I'm saying? Like, facts.
Every once in a while, you know what I mean?
Like,
but that's for me.
Looking at it and staring at it. It's
exactly.
Just, it's weird.
Yeah, and I don't need that to make me feel comfortable in my sexuality. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need to do that to feel comfortable.
That's true. I feel like you're right. Like, the discretion is a thing. Mm-hmm. Like, everybody doesn't need to know about your sex life. Everybody doesn't. Like, Facebook, I think
that is so tacky when you see
people
unfollow
the fuck, unfriend, like,
and who they're doing this with. And
we don't need to know you're horny. We don't care.
That
like,
is
no one cares. It just reeks of desperation.
It's like we're humans. That's what we do. Like, we get it. You're
but
guess what?
It's
that nobody else ain't did. It's not.
Like, your hands aren't broke. You'll be fine.
Right. So just don't, like, you gotta walk it's not a fine line. It's a wide line, we're saying.
Yeah. I think it's
a runway.
A runway.
It's a runway.
And I'm gonna strut that bitch.
It's a runway. It's
and I'm gonna strut that bitch.
It's that little strip area between.
You know what it reminds me of?
It's the grundle.
You know when, like, you see a guy at the bar, like, especially back in the day when we were young and they were just such assholes. You see a guy, and there's always that guy bragging about his dick game, bragging about how big it is. But those are always the smallest, weakest ones. So when I see a woman online that is constantly half naked and constantly this and constantly over-sexualizing herself, because you're doing it to yourself in that point, all I'm thinking is you're whack as shit as bed and probably don't bring anything else to the table.
But this is the thing about it. I learned how not to over-sexualize myself, because I used to do it a lot. Like, I was famous for the sink pictures. Like, this is a fat ass.
Pictures?
This is a fat ass, and y'all gonna see this.
Oh, the sink sitting on the
sink pictures. Yeah, like
SYNC. I'm like, sink.
I tried to do that at the Fulton Opera House when we were in the bathroom. It didn't work.
Listen, like, my sink pictures was epic, especially when my waist was a little smaller. But I got tired of, like,
that's all the men that you get. You see what I'm saying? That everybody gonna think
like that.
Like,
I used to be one of them. Like, oh my god, niggas keep trying me in my inbox. They keep
I
sending
wonder
me
why.
dick pictures.
Exactly.
And then I started looking back at those pictures, and I was like, oh no, private. Only me. Only me. Only me.
I've got
only me.
albums that are only me at this point.
Yes,
girl,
me too.
And not even half naked ones, just like ones of me being dumb, like drunk with my girls.
And it was never like nothing. I was never ass naked on Facebook. I was never in a bikini on Facebook. It was always like a little cleavage, like stuff that I thought was a little bit, and I'm like, nah, that's a lot. Like, gotta leave something to the imagination.
I have three in the entire time social media has existed. I have 3 bikini pictures. I'm never taking them down because I look fucking great. Right. So they're staying up forever. But then I regret it because then things happen, like the fake accounts and stuff, and they took
people taking your pictures.
Yeah,
and
they took, and those were the pictures they took. But it was bad.
It was bad.
It was bad.
You got a new page? Oh, you got a new page.
It had like.
But you got OnlyFans. You ain't tell me.
It had like, it was like an X-rated page somebody made using my face and my name.
Oh wow.
And they were posting them, and there was like almost like an OnlyFans account. It had like 18,000 subscribers, and it was my bikini picture on the cover. That's what I said. That's what I said. I was like, look, if we gonna do this, like,
listen,
where's my part?
Do it right.
Where's my cut? Damn it.
We're gonna do it right. Okay, so men and women, us and them. Can you be friends with just men, like straight, just friends? Strictly friends, like no sexual energy whatsoever.
I think women can.
You think men can't?
No.
I think adults can. Once again, I'm just like, we're grown. Like, I mean,
so your man can have female friends?
No, but he do. So, like, the crazy me is gonna say no, but the more mature me, like, I trust my nigga. I know what me and him got. solid.
He'd be dumb to fuck it up. So yeah, I'm gonna let you.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not. My position is held. So there's people before me. Like that. Yeah. I can't tell you not to be friends with it. That sounds crazy.
So he could be friends with his exes?
No. Come on, like I said, we're adults here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, do you want me to be friends with my exes?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So we just.
That's one of those boundaries.
Like, yeah, boundaries and stuff. But like, you know.
No, I think women, I think it's easier for us to just be friends with a guy. I think men, especially when they're happy in a relationship, absolutely can have female friends that they don't look twice at because they're happy in their relationship. If I have a male friend that's single and we're both single, we've been single forever, there could never have been the slightest bit of sexual chemistry. I bet you if I said, hey, let me sit on your face real quick.
Well, yeah.
He's going to take the offer. Exactly. He's going to take the offer. He might not have ever been interested in me ever, but now he has the opportunity.
He's a man. I mean, Adam ate the freaking apple.
Exactly. Now I'm giving him the opportunity. He's going to take it.
I had a friend for years. Like that was my nigga. Like we were friends. Slept on the sofa across from each other, like no problems whatsoever, no temptation whatsoever. Like ill. Like to me, ill.
That's
like
how it should
to him, ill. Like he got a girlfriend. And I knew her. Like, I introduced them. When I tell you that we're not friends no more, like, we're friends, but it's not like it used to be. I can't call him no more. Be like, yo, let's link. Let's go out to eat. Yeah, and she's funny about it. And it's crazy because I introduced them.
Because if she felt like her spot was held, you know, that's
why would I introduce you if I wanted him? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I look at it and it's super sad to me anyway because that was my friend.
Especially when y'all had such a close relationship
like that.
Like,
I would call him and be like, yo, I went through X, Y, and Z with this man. Like, why would he do that? And he would break it down to me from a man's perspective. Like, and we did that vice versa for each other. I don't have it no more.
I had a friendship like that as well. He was actually my brother's friend. They played soccer together. So I've known him since I was about like 5 years old or something like that. We grew up together, and we've just always been really good friends. And we were in our 20s, and he started dating this girl, and then he came to me and he was like, hey, he was like, I really want you to meet her. I want her to be comfortable with the fact that one of my best friends is a female. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. Like, I'd love to meet her. And her and I hit it off immediately. And it was just great. It was, you know, we all meshed well. Everything was good. I was in their wedding. But they ended up like,
made her feel comfortable.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Oh no. So she acted like she was comfortable. I helped pick out her engagement ring. I was in their wedding. 1 month after the wedding, she came to me and was like, you know, I'm really not comfortable with your friendship, and I'd really like it if you guys just didn't talk anymore. I was like, what? And she was like, well, now that we're married, I don't want you guys to be friends anymore. And I was like, what?
What did he say?
He
stood by his wife?
No, she told me not to tell him that she was asking me this. Well, at first I was like, you know what? I want to be respectful. This is your husband now. And I need to be respectful of that. So so even if I don't like it, I need to be mindful of that. So I'll put some distance. I'll only see him if it's all of us together. I'll only talk to him if it's all of us together. We won't have any private conversations. Like, we won't hang out, like nothing. Cool. Yeah, like I try to be respectful of that. And then a couple months went by and he hit me up one night and he was like, can I ask you something? I was like, hey, what's up? He was like, did she ask you to stop hanging out with me, stop talking to me? He was like, well, first he asked me, he was like, who does your loyalty lie to? And I was like, well, you, of course. I've known you forever. He was like, then tell me the truth. Did she ask you to stop being friends with me? And I was like, honestly, yeah.
And what did he say?
He was like, okay, I just needed to know that. I've eventually removed myself from the situation.
Now you're supposed to leave your mama for your wife, so.
Yeah. I eventually just removed myself from the situation because it just started to get really uncomfortable.
I was really upset about it. Like, when it happened to me, because it was like, we used to do that. Like, we would all go out together, and it was always
cool
vibes. Like, and then out of nowhere, kind of, she was like, well, why this and why that? And I'm like, what you mean, why? Like, first of all, you're new here. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Right?
Like, we've
exactly.
been doing this, like, and it was crazy because we were like, I don't want to go too far into detail because it's going to give it away. But, yeah, it was, I'm still a little bit angry about it. Like, I've since let it go. Like, it is what it is at this point.
Yeah.
But I miss my friend.
Yeah.
I do. I really miss my friend. Like, I miss having that, like, let me just hit him up and say, da, da, da. Like, we still text here and there, but it's just not the same.
I don't think we put enough value or importance on it. It is important for us to have male friends.
It is.
It's important for us to be able to have someone to go to and be like, hey, I'm going through this, or and get the male perspective on it. I think that's important for us to be well-rounded in our relationships, you know, to understand, like, have that insight a little bit. It's key, but we don't recognize that because everybody always wants to put sex into it. Like, oh, if they're friends, they must be fucking, or oh, they can't really.
I saw him and her together. Yeah, they gotta be.
Like, people always have to put that innuendo into it. Like, nah, I'm just trying to live my life and have some good advice in it. Like,
and I was at like, and then I feel like I used to go through that with a lot of my friends. I have a lot of male friends. Like, I had anyway. I will say had, because a lot of them, they grew up, they got married. Like, shit changes when you introduce women into it. But I was always the girl that was with the guys. So a lot of people who didn't know me and didn't know us, like, our situation would be like, oh, she must be fucking. First of all, no. First of all, they be telling me they be fucking y'all, though. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I always
hated that idea. Like, if a female has a lot of male friends, like, oh, she must be a whore. She must be fucking all of, like, no. Some people are just more comfortable.
Females are catty. I can't.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying?
Like, they're childish. Like,
which
y'all
is why
are
when
mean.
you find good females, like, I'll be clinging to mine.
Yeah. Like, it's important. Those relationships are very important, and people act like they're just kind of trivial, and they're not. They're not. That's why you're not well-rounded or successful in your relationships.
Facts. So we do have an advice segment this week, and I wrote it all down.
Let's hear it.
Look, I don't got my glasses on either. Bear with me, y'all. So, Sabby, we do advice every week, so we're going to give somebody advice. So, question and answer time. Okay, y'all ready?
Let's do it.
A teen boy hit my daughter at school. We had a parents' conference. I saw the boy's dad. It was love.
Hey, yo.
Red flag already.
We had sex. I convinced my daughter not to press charges. Her face will heal. Dad ghosted me. His son teases my daughter now. He fucked your mom and she dropped charges. Ha ha ha. She said help. She said help.
That's what she gets. Like, nah.
I feel bad for her daughter.
I feel so bad for her child.
Your
That's
mama's a hoe.
enraging. That's a little bit enraging, though, if you really think about it. So you basically sacrificed your child's well-being for a quickie, for some dick.
She thought it was probably going to be long term.
But by the sound of that, like, did you just meet him and, like, you
at the
fucked him
parent
in
teacher
the
conference? They
It's
like,
why would you even want to date someone whose son is
That's what
hitting
I'm
your
saying.
child? So where do you
That's what
think
I'm
he's
saying.
probably picking this
Exactly.
up from? You know what I'm saying? Like,
ain't nothing. Thumper would have stopped thumping because, first of all, I'm seeing red because my
child's hurt. Like,
I see red. My child's face is fucked up, and your son did it. I don't give a fuck how you look. You're gonna look like my daughter when we leave here.
And what do you want help with? Repairing your relationship with your daughter now? Getting the man back? Like, what are you asking for help with?
No, see, I thought she was starting it off with somebody hit my daughter, and then they got the cousins coming up there or something like that. But to end it like that, nah. I'm cool.
No, you and convinced your child not to press charges.
A good mother would never.
Your face will
A
heal.
good mother will never. She said her face will heal.
And that's my thing. If this little boy assaulted her hard enough that there's a possibility for charges and she has to heal,
you might physically heal, but emotionally it's still going to be.
And
there.
then
and you're fucking her up even more.
What are you teaching your daughter though? Too. That's my thing. Like, that's what I exactly like.
That's insane.
It's okay. Just don't say anything.
I think I'm gonna give her Worst Mom of the Year award
Yeah.
because that was trash. You're trash for that. Basura for that.
I could never. I can't help you.
I'm so big on the mom thing.
It's above me now.
You
You don't play about your kids, and I will say that
I don't.
my
kids save me.
I don't know if y'all like. I know a lot of y'all might be like social media friends with her, but we're friends in real life. And when I tell you, from the moment I met her, mother first.
Yeah.
Mother first. Like, all the bullshit to the side, mother first. Like, I don't give a fuck what's going on outside.
But that's how you know you're gonna raise some well-rounded, productive,
yes,
like,
and yes,
great people to grow up into this world. Like, that's what people forget. Oh, it's my child. That child's gonna grow up to be a fucking adult.
Right.
Okay, and then the rest of us gotta deal with them.
So please raise them with some love.
Please.
Please. And in a world where people don't parent their children, it's refreshing to see good parents.
It's not just refreshing, it's inspiring to see because it is rare.
For real, I'm serious. No,
it's
you've
rare.
always been.
It's true.
Listen, if she ain't gonna step behind, she's stepping behind them kids.
Every
Okay.
way, I said, I'll go
That's
to
what
hell
I
and
like
be
to
the
hear.
devil back
That's
in
what
my
I
eye.
Exactly.
That's
And I'm
what I
coming
like to
too.
No, it's a team coming behind
Fuck
me.
that.
about
I'm coming
mine.
too.
It's
It's the
that.
you.
we ain't gonna say that last name, but I heard that last name ring bells. Okay. Look. Hey, family.
Hey.
Okay. Queens, we did it again.
Another episode.
I'm so happy you
so
came.
much for coming.
Look, it's nothing.
Fun.
I couldn't wait for it. I was like, listen, I don't know how y'all gonna feel about this, but this is what's happening, and yeah. And she was like, okay.
You know, if she called Bonnie hit me, I'm like, oh, say like anything you want.
Please come, please. I ain't even had to please. She's like, okay. I didn't, but I was
sure.
Look, of course, it's only right.
It's
Queen
always
sit
love.
on this sofa.
It's always vibe.
I'm a little bummed it's been this long that we've been on before you've come on. I'm a little bummed that this hasn't happened.
See, I had to test the water a little bit. Like, I had to test the water a little bit. Like, let me see, because I know she don't do this too much no more. But sis is happy. She in her corner. She, come on out the corner. Come here. Come
in the spotlight for a little bit.
Speaking of being outside, we have an event coming up next month.
I'm there.
November 5th.
Room of Rhyme is November 5th. I don't know if you guys have ever been there. It's a whole vibe.
It is definitely a vibe.
Live
so
painting
great.
and poetry, and I'm not on stage, so I'm outside. I'm sitting with that.
You guys can get drunk. You guys can get drunk in the audience with Bonnie.
Right? That's a fact. Come get drunk with me.
And next week we will have the one and only Freddie coming on.
Hey, baby daddy.
Who is also performing at Room of Rhyme.
Yes.
So that's exciting.
I cannot wait, Mr. Nami.
Yes, I'm excited for this. I'm sitting with Savvy and his husband.
I think I'm probably one of his biggest fans. Like, I've had one of his first books.
Yeah.
It still sits on my desk at work to this day. Like,
you're a reader.
He's such a good spirit. Like,
oh my God! Listen, I've known him since high school. I met him through my sister, and he's just always been.
Look, that's my friend now.
That's the way to describe him.
Thank you, sister, but that's my friend now. I'm sitting
Great
with
energy.
Savvy and his husband. I love
his
husband is dope. Oh my God,
yes, he is. They're perfect together.
Yeah, they're so cute together.
I couldn't have seen him with nobody else.
I mean, they make love like, you just see them and
free.
it's just like,
makes me believe like I can have that too.
It's real.
It's what a healthy love looks like, and it's just
it gets contagious. So you
knowing Freddie before and then seeing him after he got married, it's like I love it. Like, I love their love. I love the way that he's being loved. You can tell he's being loved correctly. You can always tell when somebody's being loved correctly.
They're just glowing.
Yes, and it radiates. And every time I see it, I smile. I'll be double tapping like I'm like, oh, this is Facebook. Okay, hearted. Like, I get excited when I see him.
Do you try to double tap on Facebook?
I do. I'm like, why is this not working?
Right. But shout out to Freddie. He will be with us next week.
Yes.
And get your tickets.
Yes, get your tickets. They're on sale now. We'll put the link in the comments. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hope you had fun. Savvy, thank you.
Anytime.
We appreciate. Don't say that because you'll be back next week.
Yep.
Who am I doing guest appearances? We could definitely do. Work something out. I got y'all.
Let's get it. But all right, guys, this has been Queen Sable. Thank you for tuning in. We're out of here.